World Cup 2018, Harry Kane reveals the pathway that led him to the England captaincy. Harry Kane tells Matthew Dunn about his early days of wearing the armband, his passion for scoring goals and how he needs a man cave for all his hat-tricks balls. Sweaty brow, tousled hair, bronzed limbs, cheeks slightly reddened from the exertion. 11 summers ago a 13-year-old Harry Kane, unmistakable even then, was living out his dream. The Umbro kit is immaculate. The black armband adorned with the 3 lions logo and stamped with the word captain sits snugly around his still developing biceps. But does that slight sag to the left shoulder show that this is an accessory not worn lightly? After all, Kane's mum had probably paid a lot of money for it. That was not even with an England team, says Kane, reminiscing fondly over the old family photograph that provides such a glimpse into the future. It was me and my mates and family abroad on holiday in Portugal. I think my mum must have bought the armband from a shop. We played games against the local kids and other holidaymakers. The England kit was our own kit and I was the skipper. I was anything but the boss, but between my mates I was one of the better ones, so I got the armband. This summer, that neoprene amulet is a gift bestowed freely by Gareth Southgate on behalf of the nation. Lead us to World Cup glory, Harry, is the united cry of all England. It is time for all of us to fate him as one of our own because, as much as Tottenham supporters like to claim Kane as theirs alone, that is not the way the player himself actually sees it. It was always an England kit for me, rather than a club shirt, he says. My mates used to buy Real Madrid or Barcelona shirts when we were on holiday in Spain, but I was always England. I was very passionate, my older brother Charlie was too, we were big England fans. We had a lot of heartache in the past but I'm very proud to represent my country. Even then, Kane was always David Beckham, a fellow graduate of Chingford Foundation School and Ridgeway Rovers. Like England's first truly global football icon, leadership just came naturally to him. I captained my Sunday league team, the Spurs youth team, and occasionally wore the armband as vice-captain for Spurs, says Kane. I have always been a player who wants to push other players and try to make both them and myself better. I like to lead by example. I guess perhaps it's just something comes naturally. So, fortunately for England, does scoring goals. Having finished 5 adrift of Sergio Aguero with 21 in the Premier League in 2015, Kane simply stepped it up a gear. He finished top of the pile for the following 2 seasons, with 25 and 29 goals respectively. My boys finally meet each other, he posted on social media when he got the 2 trophies together in August last year. Thanks to Liverpool's Mohamed Salah, however, even reaching the 30 mark still left a gap in 2018. Luckily, this summer Kane has a second bite of the cherry. As a striker, it's a competition you want to win. I would be lying if I said I didn't, he says. In the Premier League I have won the Golden Boot twice and I've come second twice. Hopefully this summer I can do something and get a World Cup one instead. Kane has always been more of a collector of football memorabilia that has been earned rather than just bought. Captain's armbands aside, obviously. I collected the coins with the players' faces on one year but I can't remember which tournament that was, he says. Charlie was the one into stickers, the World Cup books and that. I was more focused on playing football. I won a record 8 match balls for hat-tricks that I scored in 2017 and I have labelled up everything but it is all in the cupboard. The missus won't put them in the front room. I need a man cave somewhere. The most famous hat-trick match ball of all, of course, should technically be in the man cave of Sir Geoff Hurst, who is still the only man to score 3 goals in a World Cup final, when England beat West Germany 4-2 in 1966. But the famous orange leather sphere was stolen by German defender Helmut Halle, who clung onto it at the final whistle and his ownership was never challenged in 30 years. Subsequently, It was indeed bought back from him, and now the ball has pride of place at the National Football Museum in Manchester for the whole country to enjoy. That said, Hurst does still have something in his personal possession that even Kane would be allowed to display as prominently as he liked should he ever get his hands on one. "Yeah," he says wistfully. "Too right, I'd swap it all for a World Cup winner's medal."